Hey Libra, I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. Oh my gosh, I'm trying not to cry. I don't know if Libra's ever made me cry yet, so congratulations, it's your turn. This is a huge step for you in your hero's journey in life. Whatever you did, whatever you've been through. Ooh. Let me sit down. Okay, let's see if I can do this in under 10 minutes. You're leaving everything behind. You're leaving everyone behind that doesn't belong in your new life, where you honor yourself and you live for yourself and you create the world that you live in and you follow your dreams. Oh my God. It's just Half-Wave song where she says, I haven't decided, but I know that what I choose is not for you. I wish they could see me now. I wish I could know it then. I wish I could tell myself, don't do it for anyone else. And don't you know that the party's over? Don't you know that the party's over? But it's just getting started. Oh, just keep walking. And you're never gonna give it up. And we know we gotta make it through the night without stopping. Oh, just keep walking. Just keep walking. Huh. This song's called Party's Over. I'll put a link. It's a beautiful song. She said, like, I wish I could tell myself don't do it for anyone else. I think that's the way you're going to live your life from now on. And it's beautiful. And it's beautiful. But first you had to go through heartbreak and injustice and bad judgment calls and going along with other people's bad judgment calls and not having complete clarity and not letting things go and toughing it out and always weathering these storms. And it's time for the suffering to be over. And it's like something's over, like the party's over, but it's just getting started. And there's this period that you have to just keep your chin up right now. Like just keep walking. Put one foot in front of the other right now. Oh God, I'm going to cry again. You guys, I'm sorry. Give me a sec. Oh, there's this Lila Downs song about Zapata that I'm going to link below too. About just keep walking. Keep walking. Just keep walking, mama. Like you gotta, maybe connect with your guardian angels this week. You know, stay prayed up, stay meditated. It's all this emotion maybe coming back from the past that this reckoning, there's this reckoning with your higher self and your past and your heartbreak and your healing. And this came forward to say, don't do it for anyone else. Don't do it for anyone else. Whatever you do from now on, for the rest of your life. Yes, it's like you're a matriarch and you're a creator and you're kind. And you have this gift where you make everyone feel heard and understood. And it's a beautiful thing that you are as bright and warm. You know, you're a leader, you're a visionary, you know, and you're also very compassionate. And you're very understanding of everyone that comes in contact with you. It's like your soul is so much bigger than your body, and you had to be little. Like you had to be little, and you had to have your heart broken, and you had to misunderstand. And this kind of isn't a week for doing. If there's a breakup here, you need to be compassionate for yourself like you are for everybody else. And you need to be fair to yourself like you are to everybody else. Keep self-criticism to yourself this week. So if there is a thought process or an inner dialogue or an old bully or an old parent from the past who still has a voice in your head criticizing you, it's time to be self-aware about that, because that might just be that final step where you go from feeling like you're not going to make it through the night to feeling like reborn, like a new man, like a new woman, or whatever. Oh, it's like you've been overextending yourself because you had to, not because you wanted to. You've carried other people's burdens because you had to, not because you wanted to. But you're being asked to put those down now. Like the song is saying, it's like the party's over. So it may feel like the world is ending, but it's just getting started. So just keep walking, keep your head up, keep your chin up. Okay? If you can see and you believe, why are you so scared? And if you don't care, why are we here? What do we have left? Head up, keep moving. Holding your head up, keep holding. Oh. So it's just, I guess, if I could hold your hand right now, just say, keep going, don't give up. If this is like the dark night of the soul, it's the darkest before the dawn. It's always the darkest before the dawn. So, okay, no, if this is like a lot darker than just self-criticism and it's a self-harm situation, no, I'm sorry. You're not allowed to do that anymore. You're not allowed to hurt yourself anymore. And if it's not like that, and you don't realize that there's something that you're doing that is hurting you, and it's coming from your own head or your own actions, only because it's a reaction to this pain, to this fear, to this darkness that seems to just keep itself over your head. It's almost over. That darkness is almost over, so don't give up. Okay, this is about courage. And you have already been strong for everybody else, and you've already had the courage of 100 men and 100 elephants. And your heart is bigger than your body, and your soul and your spirit is bigger than your body. And that's why you understand everyone. That's why you can make people feel understood and loved, and why you can make someone who's crying laugh instantly. You know, you are an original. But there's some blocked emotions here. There's, I think, some avoidance when it comes to your own pain. But that's being worked out in this storm. There's this storm, and it might be literal, but it's almost like a literal metaphor for your mental force, for you and your truth, where you create the justice for yourself or your family or your children, but injustice is going to kick and grasp and try to smother. You know, it's in its death throes. That's the thing. There's this finality to this storm of suffering for you, okay? So you don't have to really work on yourself. You don't really have to work on your blocked emotions or your avoidance right now, you know? It's like if this is you deciding to just make peace with whatever this heartbreak is right now so you can get through this dark briar patch that comes before the sun and recovery. And I think for some of you, you're literally moving. You're literally moving, and it's not running away. It's separating yourself from, those that expected you to do it for them instead of for yourself. And, maybe it was a rejection sort of thing where a friend group or a family or a job. And it's because it was causing confusion and it was making you feel powerless. It was causing more problems than it was solving, whatever it was. And it's time to move forward. Just keep walking. If you never thought you would leave this town, keep walking. If you never thought you would leave this abusive marriage, just keep walking. It's like you just have to make it through this night. Like whatever gets you through the night, it's all right. Sort of thing. You don't have to be perfect today. Is that John Lennon? You don't have to be perfect today. You just have to keep your eye on the prize on the finish line. You just need to make it through the night. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be beautiful. You don't have to cross the finish line with a photogenic smile. You can be snotty and crying and cursing, but just keep walking. Just don't give up. Just keep your chin up, please. Because at the other side of that briar patch is triumph. It's success. It's a permanence where you are in a place where you finally feel at home and you finally feel accepted. And you're not having to compete in a relationship or in a family. So if you're feeling loss, if you're feeling grief, if you're feeling regret or any of those things, I'm going to need you to kind of put that aside right now. You can suffer later, okay? We can make an agreement. You can kind of hate yourself some other time. Please, just not right now. Just not today. Just not this week. And if you need privacy for that, know that the other side of that courage to be alone right now is a soul bond that can never be broken. Sexual chemistry, a long-term legacy, a collaboration friendship, that does end in a commitment or stability or the abundance that is so seemingly elusive. So just keep walking, please. And if something's over, know that it's just the beginning, okay? And rejection is protection. Don't do it for anyone else from now on. You're feeling immobilized by your circumstances. So just go within. Just make it through. Know there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, this isn't some sort of a labyrinth that you're never going to get out of. You will get out of it, but it's going to be that thing the universe does to us when it's asking us to be courageous and we feel like giving up. It's that moment of feeling like giving up that is the pinnacle where it's right over the hill there. That moment that you decide to just keep walking and you don't give up. You don't have to be beautiful, and you can be cursing, and you can have snot running down your face, and you can be heartbroken. Just don't give up. Okay, and if there is anything about yourself that is self-critical, keep it to yourself this week. If you mess up with something, don't bring it to people's attention. If you're a performer or something and you mess up a word, don't say, oh, I messed up that word afterward. Just keep it to yourself. Pretend like it never happened. And you might be surprised that no one even notices. So it could be that advice is just that you need to understand that you are more critical of yourself than anyone else. Okay, so if there is a mistake, keep it to yourself. If someone brings it up and wants to talk about it, have a good sense of humor about it, but don't bring it to anyone's attention. Okay, you're not your own worst critic this week. You're your own best cheerleader. And if you have to be that cheerleader to yourself and just say, keep walking, just keep walking, just keep your head up, just keep your chin up. One more word. And if you haven't decided, and if you can't choose, like in the song where she says, I haven't decided, but I know that what I choose is not for you. This is a finality with a separation, and it's for the best. It's rejection is protection, if that's what it is. So if you don't know what to do, hold tight. Don't give up. No self-criticism, no self-harm. Okay, your job is to protect yourself this week. That's the way in the light. That's the key. You don't have to be strong for anyone else. And it's like, if you could go back and give yourself advice as a little kid or as a child or as a younger person, have that same compassion for that younger person right now, in this moment, for yourself, and just keep walking. Right? When God closes the door, they open the window, something like that. Have compassion. Have courage. Okay, your joy and security and that nurturing that you seem to give everybody else, it's for you this week, okay? Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Libra, you got this. Sorry I cried on y'all. I'm feeling a little tender-hearted for you. If I could give you a big hug, I would. And I'll link those songs below, all about keep going, keep going. One more step. Just put one foot in step of the other, baby steps. One more step, and then one more step. That's all you have to worry about right now, okay? Not forever. Not next month. Just right now. Just get through the night. You are loved. You are beloved. You are exactly who you need to be. And you are exactly where you need to be. You're just being tasked to be a little more courageous and a little bit stronger than you feel like you can be. Because if you were told what you've been through the last couple of years, you would have thought, no, I could never do that. But you have. You have done that. Just a little bit further. Just a little bit further. This storm is almost over. And the destruction will lead to brand new, fresh, fertile, green, beautiful, beautiful stability with a relationship that you don't have to worry about. So stay positive, but you don't have to be love and light and everything's puppies and rainbows, because it's not. You just have to keep your eye on the prize and keep going. One foot in front of the other this week, okay? Block everything else out. Don't do it for anybody else from, now on. Okay? You got this. Love you guys. Bye-bye.